So my greatest happy hour was losing everything, but realizing that Jesus Christ is all that I need.
My happiest hour was when Jesus Christ gave my daughter the strength to take her first breath and gave me the strength to follow him.
My greatest happy hour was when Jesus Christ opened my eyes in that revelation.
And now with Christ at the center of our marriage, we're happy.
After college, I thought I knew exactly what God wanted for me. I thought I knew what it looked like to serve him. And so I moved to New Orleans to be a part of an inner city ministry there. I was living there a few months, really enjoying it, building relationships. And that's when Hurricane Katrina hit. That was devastating. I lost my home, my job, car, most of my belongings. And the worst part was not being able to say goodbye to the people that I met there and had built relationships with. It was painful, but it was also a place where Jesus reminded me that those things and even those people weren't where my purpose was. So when I was brought to nothing, he redirected my life and brought me to a place I never could have imagined. So my greatest happy hour was losing everything, but realizing that Jesus Christ is all that I need.
My happiest hour was when I was blessed with my firstborn daughter, Charlotte. We were at the hospital there, and my wife had been in a difficult delivery. Had some complications, and Charlotte actually, when she came out of the womb, was actually not breathing. I was supposed to cut the umbilical cord, the doctor told me, but she grabbed Charlotte right out of my hands and took her to the side with the nurses. It was like a 10-second period there where I actually just kind of dropped to my knees, and I wasn't thinking about anything else but Jesus at that moment, saying, I need her to take a breath. I have to have that. And if he didn't give her the strength, please give me the strength to go forward and understand that this was what was meant to be. Fortunately, moments later, I ended up hearing a cry at the table, and I now have my beautiful 1-year-old daughter, Charlotte Louise, and I'm thankful every moment for that. My happiest hour was when Jesus Christ gave my daughter the strength to take her first breath and gave me the strength to follow him.
2 years ago, I had just battled breast cancer, and a few months later I was diagnosed with brain tumors. And at that point I prayed to God just to give me one more year with my family and kids. The year passed, and anything after that year it was a gift from God. 3 weeks ago, I went into having surgery, and they removed 95% of the cancer, and I am here and well today. So my happiness comes from knowing Jesus Christ never left my side.
3 years ago, we were going through some marital struggles. We were not getting along, and we got to such a desperate point that we actually filed for divorce, and we were at risk of losing our family, and that's not what we wanted. So we decided to redefine our priorities and put God first in our lives.
And now with Christ at the center of our marriage, we're happy.
So some time ago, I used to come to this very bar, and I would come for happy hour. I lived very close by, so I could walk home. And I was trying to fill up a hole inside my life with alcohol. Now, that went on for quite a while, and I would go home at night and say, why am I alone all the time? Why doesn't anybody love me? And I was crying out to God, and God brought this Christian woman into my life about 8 years ago. And through her testimony, and really just everything about her, this Christian woman got me to the point where I wanted to stop drinking, and that was the start of me stopping. So through her testimony, she brought me back to Jesus Christ. So now, the best happy hour of my life is spending time with my wife and family, and I'm never alone with Jesus Christ.
I was raised in a very strict Catholic family. I was, baptized, confirmed, the First Communion, all that kind of stuff, and was left without answers a lot of the times. And growing up, I faded away from that church for quite a while, many years, until I met my wife and we both went to a church in Lafayette. Pastor came out, showed a clip of a movie, and explained how that movie brought truth to life. And that pastor really opened my eyes into making Jesus Christ my Savior. And this was what I wanted to commit my life to. This was where I wanted to be, how I wanted to raise my family. And that was when I became committed to making Jesus Christ my Savior. My greatest happy hour was when Jesus Christ opened my eyes in that revelation.